In this video, I will show you exactly how to play the Moray Eel in Deep.io, so you can start dominating with it in each and every game mode. Let's get into it. Firstly, you must choose the right evolution path. Select any animal from tiers 1 to 7, but make sure to select Barracuda at tier 8, Lionfish at tier 9, and finally Moray Eel at tier 10. The Moray Eel requires a higher amount of skill to play successfully compared to other animals in the game. This gives the opportunity for experienced players to master it and have an advantage over other players. It will definitely take some practice, but with enough, you will soon be the ruler of the reef. You can charge your boost to grab animals tier 8 and below. If you charge your boost again while holding an animal, you will swallow the animal, dealing 50 damage per second to them and inflicting bleed. However, keep in mind, swallowing an animal will also utilize a boost. If you charge a boost and hit an animal tier 9 or 10, you won't be able to grab them, but instead you will deal damage and inflict bleed onto them. You move backwards while grabbing and swallowing, which makes this animal confusing to use at first, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. To hunt lower tiers, which Moray is extremely effective at, simply grab onto any low tier and drag them to any spot that has a wall or cave-like area that you can pin them up against and block their escape. You have about 5 seconds to do this before they are automatically released. When you are in a good spot to position your prey, click to throw them up against it and either finish them off or grab them again and repeat the process until they die. Remember, you can swim backwards quickly and eat algae to regain your boosts while you are grabbing an animal, so if you are experienced enough and there is enough food around you, you can pretty much bully your target by grabbing them over and over again. I would suggest not swallowing your targets when you first start learning to play Moray, but once you become more experienced, you should test this out and finish off your victims even quicker. The reason you shouldn't start off swallowing prey when you are learning Moray is because it leaves you more vulnerable than when you just grab your prey, and not only do you use an extra boost when you swallow, you remove the ability to use your prey as a shield while swimming backwards to prevent animals from dealing damage to you when you are hunting. When hunting any animal, tier 9 or 10, it's always best to get a hit on them first. If you don't, you can just run away, heal up, and try again. You can safely face tank lionfish, wobbegong shark, hammerhead shark, leopard seal, Humboldt squid, and anacondas, but make sure not to get grabbed. You can also face tank marlins, eagles, and stonefish, but you should watch out for the barbs and be careful, as usually only more advanced Moray players can fight stonefish and win. Try to avoid them as much as possible, but if they engage in a face tank, you will always win. So, you should use this advantage against them when you can. Okay, so here's how to deal with almost all tier 10s. You can easily kill almost any tier 10 animal in FFA if you are an experienced enough Moray player, one-on-one by hitting and running them. It may take a while, but since you are an escape artist, you will be able to pull it off eventually. You will find an opportunity to kill or third party almost all animals slower than you, which is basically all of them except for marlin. And as long as you are persistent enough, you will always be able to find an opportunity to slide your way in and finish them off, regardless of whether they slip up or not. Moray doesn't have a lot of hard counters, but there are 2 animals that are harder to beat than the rest: colossal squid and alligator snapping turtle. These 2 animals are without a doubt the biggest hard counters to Moray, with colossal squid being by far the biggest threat. A Moray can usually escape from a snapping turtle, but it just has a really hard time fighting them, and it is extremely difficult to beat one in a one-on-one fight. But when it comes to colossal squid, a Moray has absolutely no chance of escape, and if you see a colossal squid playing as a moray, you may as well just turn around and find somewhere else to hunt. If a colossal squid gets in range of you, it will launch forwards and you will be finished off in seconds with no chance of a speedy getaway. But always remember, you can actually kill all animals with the moray in a one-on-one fight if you are skilled enough, although it will require practice and mastery. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so for all you nerds out there, let's get into Moray's stats. Moray Eel has a speed of 110 and a skinny hitbox, which makes you faster and more maneuverable than most animals, as you are harder to hit and turn quicker and move faster. Moray has 750 hit points. This is on the lower side for a tier 10, so you have to be a little more careful when picking fights. Moray has 140 base damage, but upon charge boost, it can deal 187 damage to animals without armor and inflict bleeding, making it able to deal 187 damage plus 2 ticks of 24 damage from bleeding, which makes Moray able to deal 225 damage in total with a single hit. Moray also has 30% armor penetration, making it very effective against armored animals due to not only the ability to pierce armor, but also its ability to inflict bleeding, which is especially effective against armored animals. Along with its fast speed, Moray has 3 boosts, which makes it able to escape any sticky situations. Another useful thing about the moray is that it is immune to the slowness effect of ocean corals. You can use this to your advantage by throwing your prey into slow corals and finishing them off, or by swimming through slow corals when running away from animals that aren't immune to the slowness in order to get away quicker. The most suitable biome for the moray eel is the ocean, although morays can also venture into the kelp forest and the estuary. If you stay out of the water for too long, you will lose oxygen. If you enter the Arctic, you will lose temperature. If you enter the deep, you will lose pressure. And if you enter the swamp, you will lose salinity. Here is a list of moray's salinity, oxygen, temperature, and pressure timers. Okay, so now let's get into the skins. All realistic skins for moray are the barred moray eel, Mediterranean moray eel, dragon moray eel, this is my personal favorite, and lastly, the exotic moray eel. All seasonal and unrealistic skins are the moray who stole Christmas, Moralian. Also, last but not least, the Chinese dragon moray. This skin made the moray slightly larger. If it comes back on Chinese New Year, make sure to use it, but don't tell anyone how strong it is, as if you are like me, you will want this advantage all to yourself. This video is sponsored by QuickZoo. They make unfiltered and brutally honest educational content about our planet and wildlife. Please make sure to check them out, link in the description below. Comment your thoughts and make sure to like and subscribe if this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. So I accidentally recorded a little bit too much moray footage, so feel free to watch the rest of my gameplay if you would like. Because you never know, you might just learn a thing or two about how to play moray from a professional. So watch and learn.